Cats, mysterious creatures, aloof yet affectionate, independent yet demanding head scratches at 3 a.m. We love them, but sometimes their behavior leaves us scratching our heads. Like, did Mittens just knock over my favorite plant on purpose? And is that a flicker of guilt in her emerald eyes, or am I imagining things? Here's the truth. Cats aren't as emotionally complex as humans, but they are masters of non-verbal communication. And yes, they have their own quirky ways of saying sorry when they've been naughty. It's not about them feeling guilty in the human sense. It's more about restoring harmony within their territory and with their favorite humans. A twitch of the tail, a certain look in their eyes, or even a strategically placed gift can speak volumes. Once you learn to recognize these signs, you'll be surprised how often your feline friend is actually saying, "Oops, my bad." Ever locked eyes with your cat after they've done something wrong? You know, that intense stare that seems to pierce your soul? That, my friends, is the classic sorry stare. It's their way of acknowledging your presence and gauging your reaction to their mischievous act. Now, I'm not saying they're consciously trying to guilt trip you, though it sure feels that way sometimes. It's more about appeasement. They're trying to diffuse the tension and signal that they mean no harm. Think of it as their way of saying, "Hey, I see you're not happy with me, but can we please move on?" The sorry stare is often accompanied by slightly flattened ears and a low rumbling purr. So next time you catch your cat red-handed, pay attention to their eyes. If you see that intense, apologetic gaze, know that they're trying to tell you they're sorry in their own feline way. Some cats are masters of subtlety, even when it comes to apologies. Instead of grand gestures, they opt for the brush-off apology, a quick and casual way to acknowledge their wrongdoing without groveling. Picture this. You're relaxing on the couch when your cat nonchalantly rubs against your legs, as if nothing happened. But wait a minute. Wasn't that the same cat who shredded your toilet paper just moments ago? Yep, that's the brush-off apology in action. They're using their scent glands located on their cheeks and flanks to mark you as their own. It's their way of saying, "Look, I may have messed up, but you're still my human and I love you." It's a subtle reminder of your bond and their desire to maintain harmony. For some cats, this is their way of saying sorry without appearing weak or submissive. So if your cat seems a little too casual after a mischievous act, don't be fooled. That nonchalant rub against your legs is their way of saying, "No hard feelings, right?" We all know that a wagging tail in dogs usually means happiness. But in cats, it's a whole different story. Their tails are like emotional barometers, and a remorseful wag is distinct from a playful one. When a cat feels sorry, their tail will often twitch or swish slowly from side to side, especially the tip. It's a subtle sign of their anxiety and a way of releasing nervous energy. They might even tuck their tail between their legs, indicating submissiveness and a desire to avoid conflict. This apologetic tail language is often accompanied by flattened ears and a low body posture. They're trying to appear smaller and less threatening, signaling their remorse for their actions. It's their way of saying, "I messed up, and I'm not proud of it." Pay close attention to your cat's tail the next time they've done something wrong. That slow, hesitant wag is their way of communicating their regret and seeking your forgiveness. So keep an eye on that furry appendage. It holds the key to their heart and their apologies. The purr, that rumbling, vibrating sound that instantly melts our hearts. But did you know that cats don't just purr when they're happy? It's also their way of self-soothing and seeking comfort, especially after a naughty escapade. Think of it as their way of saying, "I'm feeling stressed and anxious about what I did. Please make me feel better." The vibrations of their purr have calming effects, both for them and for us. It's their way of restoring peace and harmony after a moment of discord. You might notice your cat purring more intensely than usual after they've done something wrong, especially if they're seeking your attention. They might even rub against your legs or headbutt you gently, releasing those feel-good pheromones to reinforce their apology. Don't underestimate the power of a purr. It's a powerful tool in their arsenal of apologetic gestures. So next time your cat serenades you with their rumbling purr after a mischievous act, accept it as their heartfelt way of saying, "I'm sorry, let's make things right." Remember, a purring cat is a cat seeking comfort and reassurance. Cats are known for their independent nature, but they're also surprisingly adept at gift giving. And no, I'm not talking about beautifully wrapped presents on your birthday, though wouldn't that be nice? I'm talking about those special gifts they leave you as a peace offering after they've done something wrong. You know what I mean? The dead lizard on your doorstep, the half-chewed mouse on your pillow, or even that fuzzy toy they batted around all night. It might not be the most glamorous of gifts, but hey, it's the thought that counts, right? In their minds, they're offering you the fruits of their labor, a token of their love and appreciation. It's their way of saying, I know I messed up, but please accept this gift as a sign of my remorse. Now, I know it's not always easy to stomach a dead lizard as a peace offering, but try to appreciate the gesture for what it is, a heartfelt attempt at reconciliation. Instead of scolding them, calmly dispose of the gift and offer them a treat or some affection. So, next time your cat presents you with a special gift, accept it graciously, and maybe keep some disinfectant handy. Slow blinks and head bumps. The language of forgiveness. Cats have a unique way of communicating trust and affection through slow blinks and head bumps. These subtle gestures are their way of saying, I feel safe and loved around you. But did you know that they also use these gestures as a form of apology? When a cat slow blinks at you, they're essentially saying, I trust you enough to close my eyes in your presence. It's a sign of vulnerability and a way of disarming any potential aggression. They might also approach you with their head lowered and gently bump you, marking you with their scent and reinforcing their bond. These gestures are often seen after a cat has done something wrong. They're seeking your forgiveness and reassurance that everything is okay between you. So how should you respond to these apologetic gestures? Simple, reciprocate them. Give your cat a slow blink back, gently rub their head, or offer them a scratch behind the ears. These actions will reinforce their trust in you and strengthen your bond. So learn to speak their language of love and forgiveness, and you'll build a deeper, more meaningful relationship with your cat. Responding to feline apologies, strengthening your bond. Now that you're well versed in the art of deciphering cat apologies, it's time to talk about how to respond in a way that strengthens your bond. Remember, cats are sensitive creatures, and they thrive on positive reinforcement. When you recognize an apologetic gesture from your cat, avoid scolding or punishing them. They're already feeling vulnerable and anxious, and harsh treatment will only make things worse. Instead, focus on reassurance and forgiveness. Acknowledge their apology with a gentle voice, a soft stroke, or a reassuring purr of your own. Let them know that you understand their remorse and that everything is okay between you. This will help them feel safe and secure in your presence. Avoid dwelling on the past. Cats live in the moment, and once they've apologized, they're ready to move on. By learning to recognize and respond to their apologies, you'll create a harmonious and loving relationship that will last a lifetime. A cat's world, one apology at a time. Living with a cat is an adventure, full of surprises, cuddles, and yes, even the occasional mishap. But it's through these shared experiences that we build unbreakable bonds with our feline companions. By learning to understand their world, their language, and their unique ways of expressing remorse, we open ourselves up to a deeper level of connection. We learn to appreciate their quirks, their independence, and their unwavering love even when they knock over our favorite plant again. So the next time your cat does something that tests your patience, take a moment to observe their behavior. Look for those subtle signs of apology, the sorry stare, the brush-off rub, the remorseful wag of the tail. After all, a world with cats is a world full of love, laughter, and yes, even the occasional apology. Final thoughts. Embracing the quirky charm of cat apologies. As we've journeyed through the fascinating world of cat apologies, one thing is clear. Cats are complex creatures with their own unique ways of communicating. Their apologies may be subtle, sometimes hilarious, and often involve dead critters, but they're always heartfelt in their own feline way. So embrace the quirky charm of cat apologies. Learn to recognize their subtle cues, appreciate their efforts to make amends, and respond with love, understanding, and maybe a treat or two. After all, isn't that what makes our bond with these furry companions so special? Remember, a world with cats is a world full of surprises, laughter, and endless entertainment. And their apologies, however unconventional they may be, are just another reminder of the unique and wonderful bond we share with these amazing creatures. So next time your cat tries to apologize for their latest escapade, accept it with an open heart and a chuckle. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow cat lovers, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into the world of cats. And let us know in the comments, how does your cat say sorry? Until next time, keep those kitty cuddles coming.